What's up, everybody? I'm the Retro Nerd, and welcome to another episode of Retro Night. And this time around, we are going to be playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. If you all may already know, or if you remember, I already played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD, which is like a remake of, I guess it's a remake of number 2 because of the school level being from number 2. I mean, there's a school in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, but it's completely different. But whatever. But I played those two games. I'm going to be playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1. Now, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, well, it's pretty much the same as number 2 and the HD. You start, you choose your skater. You go into the first level, whatever it may be for whatever Tony Hawk you're playing, and they give you objectives that you have to complete, like collect skate, find the hidden tape, get the high score, do the pro score, and then there might be some random objective, like in the first level for this one. It's like go hit all those boxes that are stacked up on top of each other. It's like, okay. And scatter around the area too to help you out, or points. You can pick them up. They're usually like 100 points here and there. But when you grab it, it'll be added to your trick score. So make sure you land your trick, or those points go bye-bye and you just lost 100 points that could have helped you out. Other than that, they got they got all the skaters that they've pretty much been having in all the games. Except for Elisa Streamer. She seems like she disappeared out, I want to say like about at least number 3 she was out of the games. And it's kind of sad because I really liked Elisa Streamer. She was a pretty good skateboarder, and it's just like, it kind of sucks because like she was like the only female skater that they had in the game, and it's like, how are you gonna have the game going when it's just like all dudes? So you could at least add another skateboard, female skater. Because I don't want to play as Tony Hawk, and the only other character I like besides the Elisa Streamer is either creating my own character or playing as Rodney Mullen, who is my favorite skater of all time. Too bad they don't have Dwong Song on here too, because that would be awesome. Have those two compete against each other. That'd be sick. But yeah, so pretty much you got Tony Hawk. You got Rodney Mullen is not in this one. He comes in later on, I think about at least number 2 or number 3, one of those two. You got Tony Hawk. You got Chad Muska, Bucky Lasket, Bob Burnquist. I think Steve Campbell is in this, and Elisa Streamer, and Rune Glifberg. But that's just some of the characters named a few. That's about it about this game. I mean, it's the same as all the other ones. I mean, this is the first one. Well, it's not completely same as all the other ones, because eventually in the Underground series you were able to jump off the board and run around instead of being attached to the board constantly. So it's not the same in those aspects, but it's pretty much still the same thing. Hit A to ollie, hit either circle or square to either do a grab trick or a flip trick, spin, rotate around, try to get as much points as you can. Plain and simple. That's all it is about Tony Hawk. So if you want to learn any more about Tony Hawk, go watch my other 2 videos of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD, because there's not much more to talk about Tony Hawk, because this is the first one. They didn't do much for this one besides like just barely like come out and be like, hey, this is actually a pretty good fucking skateboarding game. So I was glad that when they came out with this game, it was actually a pretty good skateboarding game, because all we had up to that point was probably like Skate or Die and fucking whatever the event in California games. So thank you, Tony Hawk, for at least making a good game, and thank you for finally going back to the pro Pro Skater series instead of continuing on with your like Tony Hawk Ride and bullshit like that. I mean, I already heard Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 sucks, but I would play that over like Ride or Project 8 or your other ones, because the only other Tony Hawk games I played was Underground, and those were good because they kept the same formula of Tony Hawk games. All the other ones started like changing it up, or I had to fucking go buy a plastic piece of fucking skateboard that was a controller and pretend like I'm jumping around and doing tricks on it. So fuck that. But I'll play your new one, even though I heard it was shitty. Anyways, guys, I've been the Retro Nerd. This has been an episode of Retro Night, and we were playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. And as I always say, Retro Nerd out.
Thank you.